Citizens of the Reject Nation, it is time to go back to the reign of Supermen because we ended on a cliffhanger, on a moment, on a what's going to happen, and now we are back to find out. Well, I know what happens. I've read the comics, but John, who's never seen this, have you, John?
I have not. I haven't read the books. I am a noob, if ever there was, Coy.
You got to have those credit scenes, and you got to be aghast.
I did. I love the chance to be aghast.
What is afoot, indeed? Well, if you'd like to find out, join us, subscribe, comment below, which is your favorite of the characters John's about to meet. You know what that means. He doesn't yet. But who's your favorite of the characters John's about to meet? And as ever, if you're a patron, you get to see this entire experience of me going like hee as he gets excited and discovers these characters, and I get to be in the know, but only patrons get to watch all of those moments front to back without gaps because you're going to have resting phases, which only come with the patronage. So get over there and be a sexy reject. Without further ado, it is time for the reign of Supermen.
It's been 6 months since Doomsday, and the world is still shaken by the death of Kal-El of Krypton, better known to us as Superman.
Oh.
We have an infestation, Cat. It's out of control.
You're writing about the mysterious new Superman.
Oh.
Eric!
Eric.
Oh,
Wowie. That was wow. Flash? Not Flash.
Look, Cat, the reality is, these are Supermen we know nothing about.
Is that a John Kent?
Who that boy?
Who that boy? Jimmy.
It's kind of on him.
Oh. Is that my boy? Whoa. Steel?
Tell him Snaky Doyle's got the business in hand.
Hey, Snaky Doyle.
There's a snake over here. Whoa. Whoa. Ow.
Stop fooling yourself, Cat. The Man of Steel is dead. We saw the body.
Where's the body?
Who cares?
We cares, dude. Branch off.
Who are these new guys? Why are they here?
Damn.
There's some slight redesigns to the costumes I know, and they're pretty cool. They've D90s them a bit, but still pretty sweet.
I'm excited to go back and see what the 90s takes
Oh
were.
man, I love those books.
Reign of the Supermen.
The title.
Aloud.
You said the
Very
title.
loud.
You're covering the big launch of the Justice League's Watchtower. Have the new Supermen been invited? Lombard?
I don't really think there's a sports angle here.
Amazing.
Good at his job. Oh.
It's okay, Lois. We've got you.
But who's got you?
Ma.
Jimmy packed up his desk. He has a box, but I haven't been to the planet since. When I'm there, it just reminds me he isn't.
Barry White hasn't noticed in 6 months. It's a bad boss.
He's got a lot of people working for him, you know?
When Superman first showed up in Metropolis, nobody knew what to make of him because nobody knew what to ask him. I know what to ask him. I know what to ask these guys.
There's that journalist spirit.
Huzzah.
I also totally didn't realize at the time that whole I got you, but who's got you is like harkens back to like Superman the movie and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I learned that this year when I watched Superman.
Check it out, peeps.
The reason I called is that I'm following the story on the new Supermen. You or the League might have some inside information on these guys.
You didn't invite me here to grieve with you as friends.
Aw.
Not really, no.
Thank Hera. Off the record, the League's been stretched very thin since we lost Cal.
It feels good to talk to someone who understands.
I like the brutal one with the visor.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have a type.
She did like Superman who's more of a dick.
Hey,
Hey!
Baba Booey. Bingo, whatever your name is, man. I love
That was
you.
not the face for ice cream. That was not an ice cream face. That's a what was that knowing ice cream face?
Use my knowing ice cream face on
You're
you.
like, hey, I'm gonna get some Ruby Road.
I know in order to heal, you need to solve the mystery of these Supermen. Just make sure you don't lose yourself in the process.
Okay, she's gonna fly. She brought the ice cream. I'm very invested in this ice cream's journey.
They're gonna meet for ice cream every week
I like
under the
that.
guise of some interview for journalism, but it's really just therapy.
She's gonna spin in public and be like, "What secret identity?" That woman just
out
wanted
on the
ice
city
cream.
street.
She doesn't have glasses on. Lexus.
Yeah, does look like it.
John Henry Irons. You interviewed me once.
Dr. Irons, right.
Put some respect on Dr. Irons.
I give you LexCorp's new Superman.
Oh, damn.
I thought he was gonna take credit. The other one.
He's still working on this angle. Damn, dude. Like that fade.
Hello, ladies. If you want a hero who can measure up,
And I promise you that as long as LexCorp exists, Superman lives.
Yeah. Making Metropolis safe again.
It's a hat. It's a red hat.
Oh, boy. I'm worried about that boy.
You should be. It's a guitar riff.
Just
in the middle
someone
of Jay just
shredding
going
down the
nuts.
hall.
It's
Realized
Superboy.
Lex would throw down, for such heavy party music.
Do you work down here? What do you do?
Advanced genetics, fragmenting and manipulating DNA for molecular duplication and reproduction.
Yes.
You don't think a sophisticated clone like LexCorp's new Superman out there just happens on its own?
Oh.
Clone.
That's right. I was just mouthing off again. A man who can't keep secrets shouldn't sleep around on his wife.
Ooh.
What the hell?
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
Put a Superman on TV. Said where he was.
Oh, my.
Why the hell are you here?
Lex Luthor is a known criminal. Criminals must be eradicated.
Whoa.
Thank you.
For what?
Oh, jeez, dude. Wow.
Get down!
He's got some of those yellow glass. Oh, no. Damn you, Justice League.
sorry, pal. Crashed my party.
Cut off my guitar solo.
I was jamming, bro.
You have been classified a Priority 1 criminal accessory. Surrender or be eradicated.
The Eradicator.
Well, you've been classified a Priority 1 dirtbag, so there.
Oh, no. Damn. Oh, doing the spin.
You better run, jerk.
What did you say that name? Whoa! Oh, cool. Yes, my dude. Let's go. Cool.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Or the steel way.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. So cool. Ah!
Surrender Luthor over to Superman, and this ends.
To take him. Whoa.
We may see it differently, but in the eyes of the law, Lex Luthor is not a criminal. The rule of law is a rule you never break, and real justice is everyone's right.
Justice.
Now, who the hell are you?
I'm Superman.
Whoa.
There is only one Superman.
And now we peace out. There can be only one Highlander.
They're just trashing Lex's headquarters.
She's still alive at all? Ooh. Damn.
Oh, yeah, she's up now. That's good.
What's that valve on your head for?
Pressure, headaches, migraines.
Kal-El's last battle left him severely depleted. We must not interrupt his ion radiation transfer.
Oh my.
Lois, it's me.
But Superman died.
I did. Our technology is far beyond what exists on Earth today. Part of that technology is encoded in my genome. Before I died, I was able to activate it so that it could rebuild and revive me.
As a robot?
I'm not a robot.
What was your last secret?
I don't know. Half my memories are gone along with the rest of me.
Then tell me what you do remember.
I remember we were close.
Huh.
Why did you come here?
Because I need your voice. I can't protect the people if they think I'm a fake, Lois. Even if you won't believe I'm Superman, at least believe that I'm trying to do some good.
Interesting. God, I don't know who to trust.
It's a cool storyline, right?
Yeah.
And it lasted a while and many different arcs.
My man. My man of steel.
Yeah. You can trust him, man, Steve.
Unboxing. Look at those views.
Superboy working at Defy Media.
He's
doing
making
the work.
that AdSense money.
Have you seen the newspapers?
Yeah, I see him all over the place. Oh, right on. This really reflects more on you.
That was Superboy #1 cover, with the leaning against the symbol. And nicely done. Nice little Easter egg.
It's a relaunch. Superman 2.0.1.
Spoken like a two-tech bro.
Yeah.
They just passed Burnett Boulevard, coming up on Rodeo.
I think they say Rodeo.
They're wrong.
Ooh.
Batman is correct. They're wrong.
No. Love it.
Yeah, I say Rodeo.
Young man, stay off this frequency. It's for League members only.
No, it's for the President's protective detail. As the new head of LexCorp Global Security, I qualify.
I have the shot.
I say take it.
Yep. That's enough.
I have the shot.
Can we speed this up? Because if I'm not home by dinner, Iris is going to kill me.
Even in the animated movies, they don't show Iris.
Come on.
Where's Iris
They're
West?
married now.
Shenanigans.
This is great because he feels like he's the original one, but I just don't know.
I don't really know him.
Oh, so you think all cyborgs know each other?
Whoa.
A
is
Stargate.
Ugh.
Big old boom tube.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Smart Manhunter got lines this time.
Hey, you're right.
Moving on up.
Hawkman still no.
Nope. Give it a couple more movies.
Nope.
Don't worry, he'll join Superboy's band.
Yeah.
And play heavy nth metal. Oh!
The old bat slap.
Judo chop. For dark side.
Superman?
At your service, Madam President.
Destroy the tube. Oh, God. And it falls on the whole Justice League.
Away they go.
I guess so. What?
Did they just stand there like a Chaplin film?
It looked like they sure did.
That's one way to get rid of the competition.
President Dale will speak at a memorial in Centennial Park to honor the fallen, alongside the man whose heroic actions have proven to us all that he truly is Superman reborn.
The Man of Steel.
What happened to you?
Your father is a hard man.
Oh, my.
The DNA, your DNA, It's Superman's. Yes. But also, I told you I gave you more.
What is that? Is some Herbert West shit?
It just needs guidance. We got so much closer with this one than any of the others.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you're right, Dabney. The current model really is leaps and bounds ahead of his brothers. I don't know what I was thinking.
Throw in my reanimator fluid.
Some liquid kryptonite, toss it aside. Billions of dollars.
And Dabney, you're fired.
That was a weird scene. Oh, no. No. The room full of Cronenbergs. No. Oh, wowie.
Still can't keep his mouth shut.
Ooh.
If you're through indulging in this emotional nonsense, we have work to do.
Oh, boy.
Superman.
No.
Yes, Master.
No, Coy! Why did you tell me?
Dark Side is.
This is all your fault.
I wrote it.
I almost wore my Dark Side shirt, too.
Good shirt.
What did you find at the cemetery? Terry Henshaw, the astronaut?
Yeah.
Can you access the Star Labs mainframe from here? If the cyborg's telling the truth, that he really is Superman, then why would he go to Terry Henshaw's grave?
Because he heard them.
It says remains were recovered for Terry Henshaw, but not for Hank Henshaw.
The husband and wife astronauts. We did a huge story on them. They were both assigned to the Excalibur.
Yeah.
It's why he was visiting Terry's grave. But the cyborg Superman is Hank Henshaw.
What? What? Oh. Oh, and I felt so bad for him last time. He was like, Superman's coming. Trust me, I know he's coming. Like, oh, break my heart even more. They dyed his hair too.
Man. Comics.
No.
Superman?
Oh my God.
It's only by a miracle of alien science that I am here today, alive, standing in for the real heroes we lost.
We need to shut this asshole down.
I am announcing the establishment of a new, stronger league, a cyber corps, to honor those who perished in the name of justice.
Justice.
I'd volunteer,
What?
but I don't have any power.
I can change all that if you come forth.
Please, this could change everything. For the world, for us.
Let me realize my power fantasy, babe.
We won't talk about it. It's my decision. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome to the team.
And stop grieving.
Doing it right here.
Oh. Well.
He looks trustworthy.
Put down Channel 8 News.
You too can destroy property.
Intergang's been running Luthor's Apocalypse tech. I can get to them. Find out if they have ties to Cyborg Superman.
I'll go lean on Lex.
Do it. Make him squirm. Nope. Nope. No.
They all look the same. That's so. How do you sign up for this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Guys, the symbolism is right in front of you.
So you're saying that's the way to Hobbs Bay?
What? Alphabet directions. Where's one saving a cat? Come on. Hug. Oh, here we go. Whoa.
Eric, it's me, Becky. Are you okay?
It's not Eric.
I haven't heard from you in days.
Eric.
Have a pleasant day, citizen.
They all look the same, Becky.
Yeah. How do you even know that's Eric?
They're all Eric now.
We are Eric.
Superman, clean us out. The one in the shades.
The Eradicator?
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
You can catch up with him if you hurry. Go get him.
For Snaky Doyle.
Snakey.
He's my father. At least, He's half my DNA.
Nah, I don't buy it. I mean, the hair alone.
Yeah.
Eradicator's gathering up Apocalypse tech. He could be working with Henshaw.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, what's going on in the fortress?
Investigate.
Kal-El is unavailable as he nears completion of his revitalization cycle. Thank you for your patience.
God, his answering machine. Whoa, no. No, dude.
He's out here eradicating.
He called her during the fight.
Ooh, Steel, what's happening?
A little busy here, Lois.
I butt dialed you, Lois.
Sorry, butt dial.
Happens to the best of us, boy.
All been there.
I don't know how these days, but it happens.
Yeah.
I'm going.
No,
You're not the boss of me, Lex.
I literally am.
Aw, tear it off.
Also
Come on, Malcolm.
Made you. He's half your DNA. I mean,
fair enough. Your proprietary LexCorp materials.
there's definitely a kill switch in you, kid.
Sean, it's a hologram. It's designed to protect Kryptonians.
Ah.
Oh
He's
my
in
God.
the pod.
John, he's...
Oh, go on, boy. Be your own boy.
Earth will be christened by Darkseid, and this time there's no Justice League or Superman to stop me.
No,
You to open the gates.
no Titans, no Kryptonians, no lanterns.
All you gotta do is look out the window to see things ain't right.
But we got him.
We do.
We gotta be our own heroes.
People are protesting
Right.
down at the watchtower.
We may not be able to bring the beat down, but we sure as hell could make some noise.
Drop the beat, Bazinga.
Get it.
My man, I'm glad he didn't turn.
He's loyal. Superman's his friend.
I love him so much you don't even understand. Meanwhile, in James Gunn's DCU.
Just Mantis riding it.
Yeah.
I can't open a boom tube here.
Any idea where here is?
They are foreign to me as well. That's because
far.
they're not stars.
Whoa.
What are they?
Hungry.
Unless someone from the other side reaches out to bring us back, we are home.
May this be a lesson to you to always run to the left or right.
If you look up and it's falling straight.
Yeah. God. I knew it had to be something like this. Hiding him in plain sight-ish. Oh. Oh.
There it is, the majestic mullet of the 90s.
Damn.
That's enough.
Jesus, Clark. Samurai Jack Kal-El.
Man, Clark Christ doing the work.
Yeah.
Do you really think Kal-El is alive?
But for the first time, I really feel like it's possible.
For the first time, I hope he is.
Aww. I really love the back and forth between Lex and Superman, like the hate, but also the moments of kind of appreciation.
Yeah, the respect.
Yeah.
Why was he drawing energy from you while you were in the pod?
Kal-El was the one absorbing ion radiation from the Eradicator.
So he decided to put on a cape and dispense his own brand of justice?
Justice.
I'm just saying.
That's great.
Darkseid killed my friends, and people are being turned into monsters by that cyborg imposter.
Hank Henshaw.
I guess I didn't know everything.
There's a lot of that going around.
Hey.
What's the plan,
Dad.
Dad?
Why did you say that name?
An army of cybernetic minions, and now...
They open the gates.
How do we even begin to fight that?
I might have something.
Plan is to stop Darkseid and save Henshaw.
and get the girl/girls.
Every girl.
I must insist you abstain from sexual activity.
What? What?
Oh, man.
I want to unpack that.
Eradicator's just looking out for his boy.
Sure.
He's just watching out.
That business arrangement is what brought us
Oh, good.
this beauty.
Oh, mommy.
The Tin Man's got eyes everywhere. One of us will have to go inside and keep him occupied while the other turns this on.
Show me how it works.
I'm not going in there. You are.
I mean, you're the only person he has a soft spot for.
What we need is a way to get you to Metropolis. It's 40 below outside, and you're just a guy now.
He's Space Jesus.
A guy with a spaceship.
That's the spirit. Got a lot of mileage out of that baby crib.
One size fits all. Grow up with it.
Show enough.
We are not machines!
But what about Cyborg?
The one cyborg.
Yeah.
He's dead there, like, it's fine.
He's not here right now. He doesn't need to see
He wouldn't be
this.
offended.
Call from a LexCorp number. Could be Lois.
Nope.
Oh, it's you.
Lex Luthor, as I live and breathe.
Sure.
Yeah. What's that about?
I need to know now that Lois is all right.
Oh, she's fine. She's in the watchtower.
What?
You dog. Yes.
You must first understand that sorrow, rage, and the thirst for vengeance are essential parts of the equation.
Sir.
Dr. Frankenstein. Or is it his monster? So easy to get mixed up.
Frankenstein wanted to play God. Do I look like I'm playing?
Hank.
Hank Henshaw is dead. Just like your beloved knight in blue tights.
They're black tights now.
Yay, solar powering.
Yeah.
I shall enjoy killing the Man of Steel all over again. Prepare for my arrival.
Lock the gates. Whoa. Whoa. I am the gate. Oh, yeah. Whoa! That's freaky.
Never join a cult.
Eric, why?
Never join a cult. It's not good. It ends up like this.
Yep.
These writers just want to get paid.
Come on.
2%.
You're just gonna hand him to Darkseid? Wow.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Go out there. Oh.
That's what it's for.
Damn. Oh. Wow. Ew. Oh, you should plug that with some.
That was zesty.
Oh. Damn. Oh, wow.
No!
Cool.
Interesting.
Ah, come on.
This is it! Ugh!
Take that AMTPT, or whatever the acronym is.
You see, it's AI and the writers.
Yes, exactly.
ChatGPT. And we...
It's really topical.
It's very right now.
Really topical.
They're outside of Warner Brothers.
Not before I've made him watch as I tear you limb from limb. Even he can't save you.
Don't say that. Yeah.
Every time you say it,
Yeah, never say those words to Lois Lane specifically. It looks like Snake Plissken and Spear from Primal.
Yeah.
What was your last secret?
I love you.
I love you.
Clark.
Password approved.
You have to stop this. Darkseid is no longer your biggest problem.
Oh. I'll wreck my childhood crib.
Throw a crib at a kid?
Stay here. I'll take care of you later.
Whoa.
There's always a way out.
How about for my wife?
Yeah.
Was there a way out for her?
Oh, do you bleed? Oh, no. No, no.
Is this what Terry would want?
Don't say her name.
No. Oh. Nice wide angle. Ah. Whoa, ew.
All you hear today is how do we live in a world without Superman? Well, some of us already had to.
Oh.
I was set to a singular purpose. Destroy what remains of Superman. It was the best revenge I could hope for.
Wow.
Until now.
Oh, God. Come on, boy. Become a man.
I need a power source.
Do any of you have a USB?
Plug it into that man.
Come on.
But he's a Mac and you're a PC.
What the hell have you done?
Hey!
Batman first.
Not bad. Yeah.
You brought us back?
Don't add me to your friends list yet. This was purely a business move.
I don't want to be in your top 8.
Without Metropolis, I'm nothing.
It's only a matter of time now, Hank. Once they get inside...
Come on, Hank.
That will be difficult for them. Once we've achieved orbit. We'll be together soon, Terry.
Oh, no. How much oxygen is left in here?
Once we've left the exosphere, you and your gal pal will suffocate. And it's all your fault.
Ugh.
It's almost poetry.
And your face is gonna swell up all weird. Oh, damn. Oh!
Sometimes just gotta left, right, left, right.
Yes. Use the Force, Lois.
Yes. Quick hands lane.
Yes. Remember what Sam Lane taught you. Oh. The cosmos.
Oh. It's a rough first day back.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Get away from him, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. little aliens nod.
One way or another, this is going to end badly for you.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way.
Or another. Dun, 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 dun. It's like almost Terminator.
Yeah, a little bit. Makes sense.
Oh, someone's gonna get that juice.
Let's go. It's time for a fry up, Lois. Oh. Ow. Ooh. Oh.
Open your eyes. You're gonna watch this if I have to tear off your eyelids!
Oh, wow. That's the key. Never open your eyes. Boy is back. Damn it.
It's not how I'm programmed. But you should know, I've got a wild card up my sleeve.
Woo! Let's go. Come on. Whoa.
What is this?
Eradication.
Whoa. Is he going to turn him into a Kryptonian, or is he just going to kill him?
I mean, it's pretty eradicated. His bodyguard's got no qualms against killing.
That's true.
Toasty.
Oh, the sweet embrace of death.
Is it over?
Yes. There's still one more thing I need to do.
That's right. The most important part.
Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Sharing hair product advice.
He better keep the mullet.
It's beautiful.
I'm here for the mullet.
He had it for a while. I hope it stays.
Just once in live action. Give it to me. Give me Nick Cage with
It's
the
like
mullet.
a nice Riggs mullet.
Yeah,
just a beautiful 80s
That
full-bodied
feathery-
man.
Bippo made it, my boy.
There he is. Holt McCanley, play Bippo.
Oh, hey. That's
Right?
a great call. Yeah.
Eric?
Damn. That's cold.
A happy return for one of the Daily Planet's own, Clark Kent.
I recognized Mr. Kent from his byline photo.
What?
Martian Manhunter sounds nothing like it. Connor's all settled. He said, "Thanks for the sweater, babe."
Oh.
He's still got his Clint Eastwood thing over there.
You're late.
Be there in a sec.
Oh, tell Lois I'll see her Friday.
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream?
What is it?
Worlds colliding. Also, I have to go.
I understand.
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
That's what he was playing earlier.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have cut your hair, but I support the rest of your decisions.
I know.
Yes. That was great.
Woo! Hey. Make sure there are no spaceships up here in trouble.
Checking in, it gets dangerous.
Not bad.
I guess it'd be suspicious if, Clark showed up with a mullet and Superman had a mullet all of a sudden. Maybe the suspension of disbelief of glasses would be a little too far.
So first things first, clarify for me. Martian Manhunter is standing in as Superman.
Superman.
And did they just get a random dude who has
No, that
the
was
same...
Clark.
Oh, that okay. So this
So
was
Clark was-
slightly removed in time.
Yeah.
So he showed up with the 5 o'clock shadow. They did that news report,
Yeah,
and then he
they
went
watched
to the bar.
and went like commentary.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's see who we got. Jerry
Damn.
O'Connell's Superman. His wife at the time, Lois Lane. That's cute.
Patrick Fabian was Hank Henshaw. I called that last time. Bibbo Bibowski. I'm gonna.
Bibbo Bibowski.
Cress
Shamar
Williams of
Moore
Steel.
was a cyborg.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh yeah. He's been holding it down.
Oh, that's cool.
He's been holding it down along with.
Tony Todd, Darkseid is great.
Oh,
I was wondering who that was.
Hell yeah.
He'd be such a good Darkseid in the features.
Oh, I would love that.
He could
dude.
Galactus too.
Absolutely.
That was great.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. I mean, I liked, I mean, we talked about the death of Superman. I liked the death of Superman, but this felt a bit more of like the punch, the definitive. I mean, again, I don't know the actual comic run, but
They're
I
both pretty big. Like they were both huge runs at the time.
most certainly. And I remember, looking at the Death of Superman movie and being like, I really like this, but I feel like there are multiple ways this could have gone down. This just had me, and I wasn't even thinking about anything
Hell yeah.
to do with that, which, I'm sure it's probably different-ish in the comic.
Yeah, there were a few things they tweaked and changed, so I got to be on my toes a little bit, or I'm misremembering. I haven't read it in a while, but it was different enough that I got to be like, oh, right, or like, oh, that's different. There was a lot of really fun Easter eggs where I think every single one of their first appearance covers they managed to pose as.
Oh, fun.
Like, I think
okay.
there was one that was like the steel, like then they showed like a frame and like him smashing, and then Superboy leaning against the
Superboy, the
wall.
car.
Like I think they
Yeah.
managed to get all 4 of their number 1 appearances in, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it felt like a lot like reading the run, and the 90s Superman gets a lot of shit, but I really enjoy it. I think like Superman's really hard to write in the present day because he's so like good and wholesome. And I've gone on many rants that I think that we shouldn't try to make Superman reflect our society. But I think the 90s Superman did a really interesting thing where he stayed true to Superman, but it fit the 90s.
Sure.
Like they succeeded. Like Tom King just wrote a really great run it's called Superman Up in the Sky, where he puts Superman out in space, and it's like a road trip book where he's on a quest to save someone, but he keeps having these missions on the way.
Sure.
And like there was one mission where he's literally like boxing, and it's like a boxing issue, and then it's like it's really in that way it feels modern because it's got modern stuff, but it's still authentically Superman. And I
Okay.
feel like the 90s did that really well with all this.
Oh.
Henshaw may be gone, but this was still the boldest move we've seen from Apocalypse yet.
Darkseid won't stay down for long.
Then we agree. We're going to have to take this fight to his doorstep.
Excellent. Count me in.
What?
Team.
What?
Okay, who left the front door open?
Okay.
Oh man, the comic accurate costume on Lex is amazing.
That is the thing. That's
Yep. I mean, it's usually in a mech suit, but that costume has been adorned. That spandex does exist.
Oh, beautiful.
So I assume we're heading towards more Apocalypse.
I think Apocalypse War is somewhere down this line here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I
coming.
think, in fact, that might be the end game of this
universe.
This universe, yeah.
I mean, I really love that they've evolved the characters from the New 52 edgy into like more of the classic versions of them. Like they've done a pretty good job making everyone who I see them as. That's really selfish of me, but like how I perceive these characters is more like this.
Yeah.
So that's been nice, and I think that it'll be fun to see what they do blending. They started with Flashpoint, ending with Apocalypse War. Like, will that feel like the classic characters? Like tying all that in together, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, because to me, again, like this feels kind of like a nice middle ground of like it doesn't feel overly, of an earlier age, and it doesn't feel overly like, hey, kids. You know, I feel like there is a decent amount of awareness of the sensibility of the now, and especially through characters like Green Lantern. You've got a good amount of like, snarkitude. But yeah, like these have struck for the most part a nice balance for me in terms of having sort of classic ideals for the characters, but also, making them suitable for the here and now.
Yeah, and I feel like, this also modernized from the 90s. So, like, the Superboy costume is very 90s, and it's like a leather jacket with some, like, the big S on the side. They made it Luther, and his costume is literally just, like, the spandex and, like, I think black spandex in the bottom. They modernized the suit a bit. They modernized everybody's suit a tad, but also, like, making Superboy talk like he did in the 90s by having it like he was raised on 90s slang is clever.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of the character.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the characters, do you remember Knockout from that Suicide Squad movie? The one that got naked. We were like, that's crazy.
Yep.
Knockout, one of my favorite
How could I
Superboy.
forget?
I mean, come on. Nudity in a cartoon.
Most
DC.
certainly.
But Knockout, one of my favorite Superboy arcs ever is Superboy and Knockout like on a Hawaiian vacation, like brawling and then becoming lovers. And it was very 90s because it was like Hawaii and lush and the 90s slang and like really 90s art. And like to this day, it's one of my favorite Superman comics ever because it's just so of the time.
Yeah.
But like there's just so much glorious 90s-ness in this. Were you surprised at every turn?
Monahan was Superboy. I didn't even catch that. Damn.
The Joker.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at like some of the twists and turns? There's a lot in this.
Oh, certainly. Yeah. I mean, it creates this almost shell game where, I mean, like Superboy and Steel show up and you're like, okay, I know who they are. But you know, with Cyborg, Superman, and the Eradicator and things like that, you know, it's disorienting enough where I'm like, I feel like none of these guys are the actual guy. But yeah, it kept me like up in the intensity and up in the adventure of it all that I didn't have too much time to sit and go, well, this and this and that.
Yeah.
And then,
Whereas in the comics, you had months. So
Sure.
like a comic would come out and it'd be like Kal-El, and you'd see the robots calling him Kal-El. You're like, it's the Eradicator. And then another comic would come out and it'd be like, wow, that guy like feels just like Superman, and he's a cyborg. And they made it so like where he was broken was where like his face was mangled. So like you're like,
So you
that
could
must be
see
him.
it, yeah.
And then like you know, I remember being a kid and being like, maybe he's been reborn, and that's how he's Superboy. And then they revealed the Lex clone part. So like they did a really good job then month to month. As a kid, I don't know if I read it now, if I'd be hoodwinked. But like as a kid, I remember being like, oh, I don't know which one it is. And then it's, you know, none of them.
Yeah, and I thought this I thought nicely delivered that in a much more compacted package because I was sitting there going, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, they keep playing the triumphant music and, you know, suggesting to us that Cyborg Superman is the real one.
Yeah.
And for a moment, I was like, well, I guess okay, maybe, or at least maybe he won't be as evil as his visage looks. And
Which is fun to play with that.
Yeah. And then those little moments, again, back in my mind, I was like, but they've got the ship in there, and like I feel like something could, I don't know, I feel like he's someplace else. And I was also too, I know at least the motif of the black suit, so I was sort of like, where and how is that going to come?
Which
into
I did
play?
love that Snyder brought in. I loved the black suit, and I think it's like seeing it screen authentic was great in Snyder Cut. Like I you know, there's a lot of this that might not translate without 5 movies. Like I think you'd honestly need at least a trilogy pre-Doomsday, at least. And then Doomsday, and then this would be another trilogy, in my opinion, of live action, because you'd have to cover a lot. So, like, to tell the story that, you know, he told in that one movie that he rewrote his way would take, like, 7. So,
Well,
like,
yeah,
that's
and-
just not an option.
Yeah, and part of what's been so rewarding about this journey through these animated movies is the fact that you have had many movies in continuity that sometimes touch on to
Just
what
plant
will
little-
eventually be, this dark side stuff. Speaking of, I wasn't lying. I almost wore the shirt today, and I didn't think that we did a Flash trailer right before this. And now I'm
that's
gonna,
a sick dark side shirt.
yeah, so now
That's
Alex
dope as hell.
Pardee. It's one of those. I love Alex Pardee's art, but it was one of those special like charity
hell
Snyder tees.
Dope.
So you know, but yeah, that whole build up, and I mean too, like they've done multiple things like that. Not just, I mean, we've seen Darkseid the ones we had Doomsday, and now we're sort of building to Darkseid's like ultimate, end game master plan.
Yeah.
But we built Steel up over time, and
you need Darkseid to be like pulling the strings forever in the background. Like I think you need a New Gods movie before you even touch on Darkseid in our universe. I think you need to introduce all those things like long game slowly. So I would love to see a 10 movie saga with intermingling stuff, and like I think that we're gonna get that with a kind of shared universe, and then also not. Like I think that's the benefit of keeping Batman over there in one way, and then having whoever they cast.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, speaking of Batman, like I enjoyed too how you have like a minor presence of the only thing that actually kind of bothered me in the moment was just that whole thing where they
Stood
just
under the
stand
space
there.
hole?
Yeah, I was like, did I
Flash
miss?
literally is faster than like it's
could have
Flash.
gotten them all out of
all
there.
of them, and like had time to watch it and go like, that's crazy.
Yeah, we sure missed a big one
Man,
there, guys.
that would
Like,
have been a very inopportune hole to stand in.
That's the only weird choice that they made.
I wish they'd at least like maybe Darkseid could have like pressed and like they were stuck. I don't something.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's not
yeah.
Darkseid's powers, but something.
Yeah.
Give me an Eradicator line where he's like control. I don't know.
I can understand if it's. I would be able to forgive it if it's like they do some shot where it's like one character looks up and then the ring falls.
But it's so
just like
slow.
the fucking whole league. Yeah, they've got.
Maybe they were
time.
like saving people in that area. I don't know. They just chilled.
That was pretty odd, but yeah, I liked the trajectory of this, and yeah, having at least some of that air. One thing I really remember liking about the Death of Superman movie was that they gave it a lot of that breathing room for the romance story, and two, then you bring back all the Hank Henshaw stuff.
Yeah,
and like I remembered that character, and I remember being very affected by the way he's just like, no, it's good, guys, Superman will save us, and I felt for him. I
and
kind
then that
of
turned into rage here is beautiful.
yeah, and I mean, like I would have watched the movie for 5 or 10 more minutes to let them have at least a little bit more of like a wrap up with him, just because it is so tragic and sad, and like he is the embodiment of someone inspired by Superman, and so I thought there would be some kind of like answer to that, or some kind of acknowledgement of like, I really wanted to, I don't know, I would have tried to save you, but just shit was, I did fail you, or something. Like things were going down.
And I've always liked
man.
that side of Superman where it's like that's his weakness. He can't be everywhere. Like he does what he can, and I really have always saw that as more of his kryptonite. Is he's aware that he can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
So that character representing that is fascinating, and I do love what he says about like him being the scalpel to Doomsday's blunt object. I really like that duality, and I enjoyed. I've never read the Death of Superman all the way to this. They were separate parts of my reading experience. So I loved this 1-2 punch of these things. I mean, I know the comics came out right after each other, but like I started collecting when the 4 of them were there, and I just had the one Death of Superman issue, and then I was collecting when all this came out. So I remember rereading the Death. I loved how it played as like a 2-part saga because of Hank. And I never put that together in the comics as clearly, like because I was also 5. I think it came out in '93. I think I was literally 5.
Damn.
So like it was really cool to see that Hank was this other Doomsday.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, like it's just so tragic and sad, and it's a great one, like knife twist for a character beat. You know? And yeah, like I enjoyed. I would love to watch the 2 back to back, because there was Constantine in between, and we've had a couple weeks removed.
I'm glad we watched this before we kept going.
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
Because we got another double feature coming up.
Yeah, and like I like the fun of the. I mean, you start in the pall of the loss of Superman, and certainly Lois is grieving, and I loved her whole thing, like starting to bond with Wonder Woman, and them sort of touching upon these parts of their relationship to Clark, to Kal-El, that they didn't maybe mutually know about, but now they can have some kind of understanding that maybe nobody else really can. And then this intrigue of like, okay, we got Superboy, what's his deal? And we got this Eradicator guy, what's his deal? And then people getting restless and submitting themselves to Cyborg Superman to become these sentries because they just want to feel like they have some kind of way to affect their world that is becoming increasingly dominated by these godlike beings. And then I love too the way they keep putting Lex Luthor in situations. Like I love
forcing him to be just part of everything, and he's just making himself part of the Justice League.
Which I love watching through this, at least through this lens, because it is like they do, I think, to me, a very nice job of he's at odds with them. He is still like villainous in many ways. He's a conniver. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him, and yet he always somehow winds up helping because
there's something they need from him.
Yeah, and like as bad of a guy as he can be, he's not trying to like destroy Earth.
He just hates Superman.
Yeah, he just hates Superman. And so like I love Rainn Wilson's voice of that, and I like the way they animate him and just the way they do the story surrounding him. And so all that involvement going through him finding out about Superboy, and then the mounting sort of realization that, oh shit, this is Darkseid, it's the next wave of the planet. And 2, I mean, coming out of like the Snyder movies, this feels like when you read a book and realize there's like way more to it. It's like because that allowed me to be a little bit surprised of like, oh damn, Darkseid's back.
Right.
I didn't realize that we're
going this way.
Yeah. And so like, even though the death of Superman is involved in that, it's not sort of as packaged up soon after as it would be suggested by the DCEU Snyder movie.
Right.
So like it's cool too because now this is a surprise, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole leg of the Dark Side journey.
And I mean, I put Snyder in my top. I put the Snyder Cut in my top 30 comic films of all time.
It's great.
But
Love
I
it.
considered an Elseworld
Sure.
because like
Sure.
it's just not the canon that we are familiar with from the comics or the animated. So like they're all different worlds. But I since they changed so much, that's over here for me. But I really like what he was able to do in 4 hours. Like, it is huge.
Yeah.
So I love getting little pieces of that here, which is the story that I know better, and then like playing in these worlds because like this was such a great way to relive a comic that I haven't read in 20 some years.
Yes,
yeah.
fill
So
in-
I
fill in your
feel you
headcanon.
guys you do math that I don't want to have in my noggin. But yeah, I really enjoy how they use the Justice League for comedic levity. Like Flash and Green Lantern are always great, but I really enjoyed here just like popping in and out and like their powers being unique and Cyborg getting his boom tube moments and like those little things just like really are great.
Martian Manhunter getting to speak.
Finally, Hawkman will speak one day.
Hawkman.
One day
Justice
we'll know
for Hawkman.
the sound of Hawkman's voice one day, but that day is not today.
Because there's not even
a credit.
There's not even a credit.
He didn't even grunt
for the because like I like that they separate the credits up and they give you it's like we have our core Justice League and two
You've got like Superman's little family, and then you've got like it evolves.
And I like that they've, even for such small appearances, like in this, they still have the core voice cast of the Justice League that it has been all this time in this continuity. So, Jason O'Mara shows up for a day to do 2 Batman lines, but
and
still.
we're very happy for it.
We are,
And Rosario Dawson out there making great work, popping in to be Wonder Woman,
100%.
getting her ice cream, making a knowing look.
I'm a fan. I
Yeah,
like her.
same.
I
love
like
her
her
as
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Even though I didn't like the writing in the beginning, I liked her performance, and now I like the writing and the performance.
Yeah,
very happy
totally.
nerd.
I would watch a real life Rosario
in
Wonder
a
Woman.
second,
Absolutely.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, that was lovely. That again, I say it about 2/3 of these. I say, man, it's gonna be hard to rank
It's
these.
gonna be hard.
I enjoy when that's the problem, not the every so often there's an episode where I'm like, like which hasn't happened often, but those are going to be the easiest to start with because we'll just cruise through. Let us know in the comments which ones you enjoy. I'm also curious. I was just thinking about this. There's the DCAU and the DCAMU, and a lot of people were very excited that we were starting to call it correctly. It's very confusing, but we're aware of them. Would you want, good viewer, 2 ranking videos? One wherein we rank the official canon DCAMU, and one where we rank everything DC animated.
Oh.
Because we can keep going. The one we're watching next is not in canon, but I wouldn't want to not rank that.
No,
so
absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So we should. I'm thinking if you want that in the comments, let us know because I'm thinking one would be like the 20 movies that are DCAMU. And then we'll keep cranking through these and do like all 70.
Yeah, and then once we get to like
and that'll be like a year later.
Sure.
So like that'll give us time.
Well, and depending, I mean, there's so many like sub-universe. Yes, there's like the DCAU, which is like from the Batman series side of the
Probably
world.
won't have time to watch
series.
TV.
No. But yeah, like at least the movies in there come from that arc, and then there's like the Tomorrowverse.
Throw in
stuff.
some Batman Beyond movies.
Sure.
I've never seen one of the DC animated Batman movies. I've never seen the third one. There's like Sub-Zero, Batman, Phantasm. I think there's one more. So yeah, those kind of things. So let us know in the comments. But before we get out of here, hit that like. And also before we get out of here, leave that comment. But also, let's give a patron of the day shout out. Our patron of the day is a man who runs a tight ship. A man who wields an entire newsroom. A man who is able to be both a nurturing boss, but also a force of vengeance. And that is, of course, the one, the only Brian Perry White.
Ooh, standing for truth, justice, and the American way.
Without Perry White, the Daily Planet does not keep spinning. Without Perry White, Clark and Lois may never meet. Without Perry White, we don't have the age-old question of, would Jonah Jameson and Perry White get along?
Oh, probably
No,
not.
They would not.
I don't think so.
Don't think they would. But they're both newsmen, and I'm curious. Brian Perry White knows. I'm adding White to the end of his last name.
Brian Perry White gets along with everybody.
Because Brian Perry White's part of the entire DCUE, DCAMU,
tomorrow
DCA verse.
standalone
He's all of it.
continuity.
He's the one Nexus being of the entire live action and animated is Brian Perry White.
He keeps the Patreon turning.
We appreciate it. Without him, lost. And, he's been here a long time. I've seen that name for very, very, very many months. And, frankly, without Perry White, we're lost. And without Brian Perry, the patronage is lost. Boom. So thank you very much for leading us and guiding us and being a voice of responsible journalism.
That's right.
And we'll see you next time. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, everyone.